Well, I am no therapist or psychiatrist or psychoanalyst or I don't know what other terms I'm looking for right now, spiritual guide. But one thing that I think is nice that's happening at the moment in the prevailing cultural winds of our time is that it's okay to talk about mental health now, and the ideas of like, I really believe that the stigma of, for example, having anxiety or dealing with anxiety is falling off. It's of course not gone, but it's much easier for people to talk about. There are a lot of, there are a lot of articles these days about how like there's a huge spike in depression, anxiety, amongst young people, and that is likely true because our society is completely fucked. But I think part of what's going on there also is that people are able to identify what's going on. They're talking about it, and they're diagnosing it at a level that hasn't happened before. So there are a couple of factors going into that, and I think that it's really good that people are able to talk about it. Now, I don't know for a fact, maybe you're just embarrassing your daughter by asking this question, but I think the fact that you're like open and able to talk about it, and your daughter is possibly okay with it, is indicative of a good trend. So I don't have advice, but I am supportive of the fact that we are increasingly able to talk about these things and might encourage more conversations. Yeah. Hi.
Hello. Mine may be a little bit of a silly question, but our kitten at home is named Castiel. So...
Is it Castiel or Catstiel?
Castiel. We call him Casty Smell, actually.
Casty Smell?
So I was actually just kind of curious if there is any character from Supernatural that you would think about naming a pet.
Oh, that's a great idea. No, it hadn't occurred to me. But I do like the idea of having a pet named for a character on the show. Yeah.
Any particular one?
No, unfortunately, my brain went to making mean jokes about my castmates that I have to censor out. So I'm just letting it go. I have this angry mob all of a sudden. Never seen you so enthusiastic to hear me say something. You're gonna be mean about your cast members? We want that! That's why we're here! That's why I got the fucking gold pass! My kids have a leopard gecko. It's about this big. Its name is Desert. It has severe anxiety. Always hiding under a rock. So boring. It's unbearable. Finally, I realized, you know what? I'm taking his rock away so he can't hide all the time because I want to see the leopard gecko, which of course then just makes him more anxious. It's a horrible cycle. But the kids found another lizard in the yard. They thought, well, maybe a friend would be helpful. And in the morning, there were two little arms. That was all that was left of the friend. Yeah. So, good, thanks. Hi.
Hi, my name is Jordan. I'm here with my mom, and it just makes me love you even more that you like poetry, because I'm a poet myself.
Oh my goodness. Are you going to read us some of your work?
If you'd like me to.
Sure. Yes. Do you have it on you?
I have it on my phone.
Great. This is fabulous. Wow, you really responded to that well. I would have freaked out and ran away.
My English teacher used to make me the main character every time we had to read a play of some sort.
Okay, you're a good reader. All right, let's hear it. What's this called?
They normally don't have names, they're kind of just
Okay.
put together.
Great.
To be loved by someone who knows what they want is a truly beautiful thing. They'll love you with everything in them, with no regrets, with a passion greater than you've ever known. You become their whole world. Everything you do is a wonder in their eyes. They'll watch everything you do and admire it all. From the way you walk, to the way you laugh, to the way you brush your teeth. They'll lay down everything for you, do whatever you ask. All they want is to see you smile and be happy with life. All they want is to see you living your life to the absolute fullest.
Well, that's lovely.
My question for you is, what is your favorite poetry collection?
I don't know that I have a favorite poetry collection. You mean like the American Anthology of Poetry or something like that? What are you referencing?
Like, it can be a single book, because I know my favorite is called To the Last Time I Write About You.
What is, I'm not familiar with it. What is that?
It's basically a collection about a girl getting over a breakup with somebody who meant a lot to her, and I found it after I had left my ex-fiance and a very bad relationship, and it stuck with me. I have a small copy that I keep in the center console of my car.
Oh, that's lovely. I don't know that I have a favorite. I'm sorry to disappoint, but I will look up. What is this one again?
To the Last Time I Write About You.
Okay, I'm gonna look that up. Thank you.
Hello, Misha.
Hi.
Like my friend Julie, I also have a tattoo for Castiel. Mine's from Tombstone. I've actually shown it to you before in Dallas.
Oh yeah, 2 cowboy hats.
Yeah, the blue and green.
Yep.
We had to explain what blue and green meant. Yeah.
Yep. I learned what blue and green represent. What is that? That was like a month ago?
It
2
was
months
in,
ago.
End of January.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah. So my question is, if you could choose any other moment in the show for Cass to confess his love to Dean, when would it be and why?
I don't know. Wasn't that the best possible moment for it to happen? No? Whoa, this is a tinderbox. The angry mob is back.
The sex is good. Calm down, Krista.
I don't. What are you thinking of? This is not a question I've pondered before.
I think maybe after the brainwashing was broken from Naomi would have been a good one. After Dean said, "I need you."
That would have given a nice long runway for them to play things out. It's kind of convenient that he's like, "I love you, bye." Yeah. Okay. Well, when we do the reboot, we can work.
The puppet show.
Thanks. Hi.
Hi there, I'm Felicia.
Hi, Felicia.
Now that these cons are a perfect time to talk about, what your favorite part of the show was. But is there anything that you're just not going to miss, or you're happy that you don't have to do anymore?
Probably more.
Well, I think I can safely say that I'm not going to miss the Castiel voice. I don't miss Jared's flatulence in the car. Yeah, you get it. I don't know though. For the most part, I do miss it. I mean, we had so much fun. I can sort of poke fun at the show and the things that were hard. The hours were long. I was driving. I was commuting home across the border, and often it's like driving home at 4 o'clock in the morning and barely able to stay awake. I don't miss that currently. And I don't know. but for the most part, it was a very good place to show up and go to work. We, cast and crew, just all got along really well, and we laughed a lot, which is a really nice thing to come to work to do. And I miss that sense of familiarity and family that we had on set. I'm starting a new show, and everybody that I've come across so far is lovely, and it's clearly full of good people and good personalities, but it's also like you just can't you can't substitute that history. When you've known people for more than a decade, there's something about that familiarity that is impossible to replicate. So I'm gonna miss that, and I do miss that. Yeah. Okay. Great. That's enough about sentimentality. Hi.
Hi! So, my question is about if there was a world where everybody was human, what are the types of adorable things you think Cass might get up to with his life? Like, would he adopt a cat? Would he become a baker or own a coffee shop?
Where everyone was human?
Yeah.
Like all of we don't have to do our demon fighting, monster hunting anymore. We don't have to close the veil into another dimension or whatever because everything is all taken care of. And now what do?
I don't know, maybe, yeah, whatever things you think Cass would like to do with his spare time.
Yeah. I think Cass would probably get into like MMA fighting. Because in that environment, I think that he would just sort of savor and relish the sensation of having, another person's blood covering his knuckles. Is that something like what you're thinking of?
I just think it's ironic because I'm covered in blood currently and talking through like sticky blood on my face, so.
What happened to you?
It's called cosplay.
Oh, good. Well, that's comforting. Or it's a good cover. Yeah. I wonder how often people do that. Like they go out and they axe murder somebody, and then they come to a convention and they're like, no, it's just me. You don't know for sure unless you taste it and you're like, that doesn't taste like corn syrup. What's going on? That tastes like O positive. What's happening?
It tastes like mint.
Sure. Well, that's freaked me out. Hi.
Hello, my name's Kathy.
Hi, Kathy.
You had a number of talented actors join you as your fellow angels. Wondering if you would share with us one of your favorite memories of interactions with those actors and one of your favorite other angels to interact with.
Well, I will share with you just one tidbit that I've told this story a million times, so any of you people who've been here before have heard this, and I'm sorry, you can check your email or something. When I came on the show, Angels, I was the first angel, as you know, and I was given some instruction, like angels haven't been around humans for thousands of years. They seem like humans seem like alien beings to angels, and so Castiel had this very fish out of water quality. He didn't quite relate to humans well. He seemed a little off, and I naively thought that I was establishing the template for all subsequent angels on the show. Like, this is how angels are, because they haven't been around humans. And then Kurt Fuller came on, and he was just like a regular guy, regular, normal, human type person with a personality and everything. And I was like, wait a minute, now you just make me look like the fucked up angel. That's not fair. So, in the end, I was the weird angel. It wasn't that angels were weird, and that's that's, I guess, in a sort of blanket painting with broad brushstrokes here. That's my way of saying I resent all of the other actors who played angels. I was just arriving up in Toronto last week. I had gone home for a couple of days and I was coming back, and I saw sign at the end of the jet bridge for our wisdom. And then I saw a man that looked an awful lot like Robert Wisdom walking right in front of me, and I was like, Bob? And it was Robert Wisdom, and he was Uriel. And then I texted him and I said, hey, do you want to maybe go grab dinner or something while we're in town? And he was like, no, I'm busy. And then I was down in a restaurant by myself, and Robert Wisdom walked in. Kind of awkward. So we had dinner together. And it was so lovely to catch up with him. He is such a lovely human being, and it was actually really, like, we had been kind of close in our short time together back in season 4, but it was really lovely to just recently catch up with him. And he just looks like he's so healthy and vibrant. He's like, he looks younger than he did when we worked together. It's really nice to see. Anyway, so there's my positive story about one of the angels.